Hello, in this video, we will be showing you our math performance task. I am Sayuj and my group members are Grace and Lynnette. The site that we chose is the old Ford factory. We will begin with a short history about the old Ford factory. As Ford Motor Company's first automobile assembly plant in Southeast Asia, the former Ford factory bore witness to the booming manufacturing industry in Singapore in the 20th century. The building is also remembered as the location where the British unconditionally surrendered Singapore to the Japanese in 1942. Ford factory had been producing military vehicles since 1940 in support of British war efforts. It is Ford's first motorcar assembly plant in Southeast Asia, which was later taken over by the Royal Air Force during the Malayan campaign, where it was used to reassemble fighter planes. However, the planes were hastily moved away from Singapore when it became clear that victory was unlikely. Shortly before Singapore fell, General Tomoyuki Yamashita, commander of the Japanese 25th Army, seized Ford factory and made it the Japanese military's headquarters. 2 days later, on 15 February 1942, Lieutenant General Percival, the British general officer commanding, met Lieutenant General Yamashita in the boardroom of the Ford factory, where the British surrendered unconditionally to the Japanese, effectively sealing the fate of Singapore for the next 3.5 years. During the Japanese occupation, the well-known Japanese automobile manufacturing firm Nissan occupied the plant, designing it for the assembly of the motor trucks and other military vehicles. When the war ended, the British Army took over Ford factory, using it to repair engine parts and carry out certain precision tasks. The site underwent extensive development and a new repository was developed to house the growing archival collection. In addition, anchoring on archival records and the significance of the site, NAS created an exhibition showcasing the events and memories surrounding the British surrender, the Japanese occupation of Singapore, and the legacies of the war, highlighting the diverse experiences of the people in Singapore during this period in our history. The structure that we found in the old Ford factory is the exterior windows in the building. Let's call the windows annotated rectangle ABCD and rectangle EFGH respectively. As you can see from the measurements, both rectangles ABCD and EFGH have the same length of 50 cm and width of 36 cm. For two figures to be congruent, they should have exactly equal corresponding angles and sides. Since the angles in both rectangles ABCD and EFGH are 90 degrees and the corresponding lengths and breadths are equal, rectangle ABCD and EFGH are congruent. The picture that you are seeing is the floor plan for the OFO factory. On the left hand side, the garden is located. We measured the length of the garden and found out that it is 36.4 meters. Using a ruler, we found the length of the garden in the floor plan is 9.1 centimeters. So, to find the scale, we need to convert 36.4 meters into centimeters, which is 3,640 centimeters. Then, we can find the scale by finding the ratio between the actual length and the length in the floor plan. 3,640 divided by 9.1 is equals to 400. Therefore, the scale is 1:400.